Los Angeles. A sprawling metropolis bathed in sunshine. Known for its iconic skyline, vibrant culture, and endless opportunities, Los Angeles is a city where dreams come to life. Palm trees sway, beaches beckon, and dreams are made. The allure of the city is undeniable, drawing millions to its sun-kissed shores every year. Yet a hidden threat lurks beneath the idyllic facade: wildfires. These fires, once a seasonal concern, have become a year-round menace. Once confined to a predictable season, these infernos now threaten the City of Angels year-round. The changing climate has turned Los Angeles into a tinderbox, ready to ignite at any moment. Gone are the days when Angelenos could breathe easy during the cooler months. Now, the air is often thick with smoke, forcing residents to don masks and stay indoors. The reality is stark. Los Angeles is facing a new normal, one where the specter of wildfire hangs heavy, regardless of the date on the calendar. The once clear skies are now frequently obscured by a smoky haze. The year is 2025, and the hills surrounding Los Angeles are ablaze. The fires are more intense, more frequent, and more destructive than ever before. Tongues of fire lick at the sky, fueled by drought-stricken vegetation and driven by relentless winds. The flames consume everything in their path, leaving behind a charred landscape. This is not an isolated incident, it's a terrifying trend. Multiple wildfires burn simultaneously, stretching the resources of firefighters and emergency services to their limits. The question is no longer if, but when, the next wildfire will erupt. Residents live in a constant state of readiness, prepared to evacuate at a moment's notice. This is the story of a city grappling with a terrifying new reality, a reality where the very air we breathe is under threat. Los Angeles, the city of angels, now shrouded in smoke, fights to protect its people and its future from the ever-present danger of wildfires. Climate change. Two words that have become synonymous with global crisis, and Los Angeles is on the front lines. Rising temperatures, driven by human activity, have created a tinderbox environment in the hills and canyons surrounding the city. No longer limited to the traditional fall months, wildfire season now stretches its fiery fingers across the calendar. The culprit is clear, prolonged drought. As temperatures soar, rainfall dwindles and vegetation dries out, transforming once lush landscapes into ready fuel for wildfires. The math is simple, yet terrifying. Hotter, drier conditions equal a longer, more intense fire season. This is not a future threat, it's happening now, right before our eyes. Santa Ana winds. These powerful gusts are a defining feature of Southern California's weather patterns. These infamous gusts, roaring down from the high desert, have long been a part of Southern California's landscape. They sweep through the region, bringing with them dry, hot air that can exacerbate already arid conditions. But as our climate changes, so too do these winds. They are becoming more unpredictable, more intense, and more frequent, altering the very fabric of the environment they traverse. Now, they arrive with a vengeance, whipping up small sparks into raging infernos. What might have been a minor brush fire can quickly escalate into a full-blown wildfire, threatening lives and property. Imagine a wildfire already consuming acres of dry brush. The dry conditions provide ample fuel, and the fire spreads rapidly. Now picture those flames propelled by winds that can reach hurricane force. These winds can carry embers miles away, starting new fires far from the original blaze. This is the reality when Santa Ana winds collide with fire. The combination is deadly, creating a scenario where fires can become uncontrollable in a matter of minutes. Homes are reduced to ash in hours. Entire neighborhoods are evacuated. The destruction is swift and merciless, leaving little time for residents to gather their belongings and escape. The air itself becomes thick with smoke, making it difficult to breathe. The smoke can travel for miles, affecting air quality in areas far removed from the fire. These winds are not just a natural phenomenon, they are a force multiplier, turning manageable fires into unstoppable monsters. Firefighters face an uphill battle as the winds can change direction suddenly, making it nearly impossible to predict the fire's path. Los Angeles, a city built on ambition, sprawling ever outwards, pushing its boundaries into the wildland-urban interface. This collision of concrete and chaparral creates a dangerous dynamic, placing more homes and lives directly in the path of wildfires. Imagine a wildfire racing down a hillside, fueled by dry brush and driven by relentless winds. Now picture that fire encountering a neighborhood of tightly packed homes, their wooden decks and flammable landscaping materials providing ready fuel. This is the reality of living in the wildland-urban interface. As Los Angeles continues to expand, so too does the risk. The question is not if but when tragedy will strike. Section 5. Neglect and overgrowth. A recipe for disaster. Walk through the hills surrounding Los Angeles and you'll see it, a landscape overgrown and neglected. Decades of fire suppression have created a dangerous buildup of dry brush and deadwood, a veritable tinderbox waiting for a spark. This is not just a natural phenomenon, it's a crisis fueled by human inaction. Inadequate vegetation management, coupled with aging infrastructure and a lack of resources, has created a perfect storm for wildfire disaster. The solution seems simple: clear the brush, create defensible spaces around homes, and invest in fire-resistant building materials. Yet the problem persists, a ticking time bomb threatening the safety and well-being of millions. Section 6. A fickle climate from deluge to drought. The climate in Southern California is a study in contrasts. One year, torrential rains drench the landscape, causing mudslides and flooding. The next, a relentless drought grips the region, baking the earth dry and turning vegetation into kindling. This hydroclimate volatility, driven by factors such as El Niño and La Niña, creates a dangerous cycle. Periods of heavy rainfall, while welcome, promote rapid vegetation growth. Then, as drought sets in, this vegetation dries out, creating a vast, flammable fuel bed. The result is a landscape primed for wildfire where even a single spark can ignite a conflagration. Section 7. Battling the blaze. A losing game? When fire erupts in Los Angeles, the response is swift and impressive. Firefighters, brave men and women risking their lives, race towards the flames. Helicopters and airplanes dump thousands of gallons of water and fire retardant. But are these efforts enough? The reality is sobering. As wildfires grow larger and more intense, fueled by climate change and inadequate preparation, firefighting resources are stretched thin. Steep terrain, limited access roads, and the sheer scale of the blazes make containment a constant challenge. Despite their best efforts, firefighters are often fighting a losing battle, forced to triage their response and prioritize human life over property. Section 8. The price we pay beyond the ashes. The cost of wildfires extends far beyond the immediate devastation. Lives are lost, homes are destroyed, and landscapes are scarred. But the true price is far greater, encompassing economic damage, health impacts, and the loss of irreplaceable natural treasures. The economic toll is staggering. Businesses are forced to close, tourism plummets, and insurance premiums skyrocket. Then there are the health impacts. Smoke from wildfires chokes the air, triggering respiratory problems, heart attacks, and other health issues. And let's not forget the environmental consequences. Wildfires release tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, further exacerbating climate change. Section 9. Our shared responsibility, turning the tide. In this chapter, we explore the power of community action and the steps we can take to protect our environment. The situation is dire but not hopeless. Wildfires have ravaged our lands, leaving behind scars that will take years to heal. Yet amidst the devastation, there is hope. New growth emerges from the ashes, a testament to nature's resilience. We can mitigate the threat of wildfires in Los Angeles, but it requires a collective effort. Community meetings and neighborhood watch groups are essential in planning and implementing fire safety measures. By working together, we can create a safer environment for everyone. This is not just a problem for firefighters or government agencies, it's a shared responsibility that demands action from each and every one of us. Fire safety workshops and community training sessions are vital in equipping residents with the knowledge and skills needed to respond effectively during emergencies. We must acknowledge that climate change is real, and that human actions have consequences. The increasing frequency and intensity of wildfires are directly linked to our changing climate. By understanding this connection, we can take meaningful steps to reduce our carbon footprint and advocate for policies that address climate change. We must invest in fire-resistant building materials and create defensible spaces around our homes. Simple actions like clearing brush and using fire-resistant materials can make a significant difference in protecting our properties from wildfires. We must demand better vegetation management and support increased funding for firefighting resources. Controlled burns and vegetation clearance are crucial in reducing fuel for wildfires. Additionally, investing in advanced firefighting equipment and training ensures that our first responders are well prepared to tackle any blaze. Most importantly, we must educate ourselves and our communities about the risks of wildfire and how to prepare for them. Fire safety awareness events and preparedness classes are excellent opportunities to learn and share knowledge. Emergency preparedness kits can save lives by providing essential supplies during a crisis. The future of Los Angeles, our city of angels, depends on it. By taking proactive steps today, we can ensure a safer, greener, and more resilient city for future generations. Together, we can turn the tide and protect our beloved home.